In the heart of Nebraska, where the night sky unfurls like a dark velvet tapestry sprinkled with silver stardust, there, where the air is redolent with the scent of hay and the sweet symphony of crickets fills the air, two souls crossed paths, an eager 19-year-old cowboy and a 25-year-old woman, a mysterious enigma wrapped in sun-kissed skin. This young cowboy, Luke, carried the vibrancy of youth with the same ease as his trusty Stetson. His eyes held the innocent wonder of a young colt taking its first steps into freedom. His days were filled with herding cattle, chasing the elusive sunsets, and dreaming of adventures that lay beyond the barbed wire fences that enclosed him. On this particular night, however, the adventure came to him. Her name was Emilia, a tumbleweed swept into Nebraska, running from a past that clung to her like stubborn dust. Her hands bore the signs of hard work, and her heart was a repository of life's trials. She had witnessed love disintegrate like neglected barns, yet a glimmer of hope still resided in her eyes. Their paths intersected at the corral's edge, under the low-hanging moon that painted the prairie grass with silhouettes. Luke, with his sweat-streaked hands rough from mending fences, found himself captivated by Emilia's silhouette, a tantalizing mystery in the moonlight. "Luke," her voice rustled through the silence like a breeze through wheat fields. "Why do you stare at the stars?" His gaze shifted upwards, eyes wide as the expansive Milky Way. "Because they're like promises," he murmured. "Promises that there's more out there, more than branding irons and dust storms." She moved closer, her presence a comforting blend of leather and lavender. "And what if those promises break, cowboy?" His heart pounded like a wild Mustang at her words. "Then we mend 'em," he declared, "just like fences." Her laughter, as delicate as a prairie flower, filled the air. "You're a dreamer, Luke." He reached for her hand, their skin illuminated by the moonlight. "Ain't nothing wrong with that," he assured her. "Dreams keep us alive." In the quiet, under the expansive Nebraska sky, he kissed her. His lips held the taste of campfire smoke and unspoken desires. Her lips were a labyrinth of uncharted territories, leading him to places he'd never dared to venture before. Their secrets were carried away on the wind, and the crickets bore witness to their connection. Pulling away, Emilia looked into his eyes. "I'm older, Luke. I've seen storms tear down barns and hearts alike." He gently brushed a stray strand of hair from her face. "Maybe it's time for a different kind of storm," he suggested, "one that builds instead of destroys." She moved closer, her lips brushing against his. "What if it's reckless?" "Reckless is the only way to live," he whispered back. So they kissed. Past and future colliding, youth meeting wisdom. The Nebraska night held its breath, the stars drawing in closer, eager to witness this unique love story. In that moment, Luke found his adventure. Not on the back of a horse or at the end of a six-shooter, but right there, under the moon, with a woman who had weathered life's storms yet still believed in the magic of love. As their lips met once more, he tasted hope, a flavor more intoxicating than prairie honey, stronger than the strongest whiskey. Because sometimes, love takes root where the wild grass grows, and cowboys find their forever in the arms of a woman who's seen it all. Underneath the Nebraska moon, they began to write their own chapter, a love story as boundless as the plains, as timeless as the stars.